Beer Show. I'm Colin.
I'm JT.
And we're here to talk about another beer. That's what we do.
Yes.
So what we're going to do today is actually we're going to review St. Peter's Sorgham Beer. It's a gluten-free alternative for people that maybe have gluten allergies. And the St. Peter's Brewery is a UK brewery. They have a lot of really great brews. One thing that I've enjoyed before, which we're not going to review, but we're going to at least talk about, is their organic English ale. So the sorghum is supposed to be the gluten-free version of this. And it's a delicious flavor. It's really light ale, and hopefully the gluten-free one comes up to par.
And usually the whole gluten-free aspect of it is, so it doesn't contain wheat, barley, so people who have certain allergies to wheat can drink it. So
yeah, sorghum is a grass that is some sort of blend that will not react for people that have gluten allergies,
and I like gluten-free cookies, so it should be good.
Yeah,
right?
so I mean, if you've ever had any good vegan or gluten-free stuff, maybe this beer will work out for you. But I think the high point is, if you end up liking something like this, your friends want to go out and have a few beers, but you can't have gluten, this should hopefully be something that you can enjoy too.
And actually, I mean, we read about this a little, just the background of it, and a lot of it did say it was a winner at some gluten beer festival. So
right. So in England, there's an annual beer festival, and there's a whole category for gluten-free brews. So it's something that's up and coming. There's a lot of different things, and this is a winner of that. The brewery, St. Peter's, is over 700 years old. I think it's in Suffolk, England, and this beer, however, is about 3 years old. I think it debuted in 2007. So hopefully they're just
riding the train right there.
They're just pretty much getting on top of the end of gluten-free enjoyment. But let's give it a taste and see how it is. I'm hoping that we get a full flavor like we see in that we would see in some other beers, but maybe it'll be an interesting difference.
Well, I mean, it's probably brewed the same way. It's just different ingredients,
right?
But it could be.
Let's keep you going.
I hope we're not preparing ourselves to be disappointed when we're actually going to be really surprised.
The first thing I'm noticing, and I noticed this when I first had some of the regular organic ale that they have, is that it's got a really serious amber color almost. It looks like a cider. Really nice, almost red, but mostly orangey type of.
Yeah, I would go for a red-orange, like sunset.
But it's the sunset of beers.
Actually, what I really find interesting is just the bottling. It looks like a medicine bottle. That's
When I first discovered the original, the initial thought was, this looks like one of those tonics that a grandfather and his son go wheel into town in the expansion in Manifest Destiny times, and J. Strober and Son selling new hair tonic, and it looks like it comes out of this bottle. So if you're into that sort of stuff, definitely pick this up even before we've tried it.
Yeah, let's give it a try. There we go. It's really smooth. I mean,
there's not a lot of carbonation. You can tell that right away, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the process. I think we're going to hold everything against the fact that they're using something that isn't wheat or barley, but it's a smooth flavor. It's a little bit different. You can taste.
Actually, I find it kind of light.
You can taste the difference, but it is light.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it's watered down in terms of taste. And I don't mean watered down like Natty Ice watered down. It still has a full flavor, but it lacks a certain kick to it, I would say, with the flavor that, I feel like this flavor is one of the type of beers that would rest with you on the tongue for a while, where this is just like, it's gone like that.
I would say this is the equivalent of, a lot of soda companies recently have started doing the 0 calorie but not diet version. Pepsi Max, Coke Zero. This is kind of the equivalent of that, where it almost seems at a glance like it's flat. It isn't flat, but it's not as carbonated as you'd probably want most of your brews.
And actually, I'm really curious now to know if the science behind that is because the carbonation has to do with the ingredient that lacks the barley.
We should have a beer scientist that we have pop in and tell us, but we don't yet have that person.
They could happen.
I would say that it's a good approximation. It's close to any ale that you normally have. So if you are someone who has a gluten allergy, which thankfully neither one of us is, but if you are and you have a bunch of friends who want to go out and have a drink, this would be a reasonable substitution for you if you miss beer.
Yeah, if I was someone with a gluten allergy, I mean, I'd rather have this than not have anything at all. You know,
Right, and
just as a beer lover.
And just by virtue of the fact that there are contests and brewery competitions, there is an up and coming market for beers that have gluten-free ingredients. So fear not, people that like beer but can't handle it stomach-wise. Things are coming for you.
Yeah.
But overall, I would say it's one of the more average things we've had, but it's still enjoyable.
I'll be honest, I probably would not have this beer again. It lacks substance for me. And well, it's still a good beer. I'll give it that.
Beer is beer, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, let's finish ours off.
Okay.
We already poured you that much, you have to finish that at least. Anyway, this has been another episode of Yet Another Beer Show. That's JT.
That's Colin.
And don't forget to check us out at yetanotherbiershow.com. We're also on Twitter and Facebook. Just type it in, you find us.
All right. Thanks.
Cheers, JT.
Yeah, cheers.
Definitely different.
Yeah. It's not strong enough
in
terms of flavor.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Let's see what this guy thinks.
I like how we usually just go beep.
Intro music, blah, blah, blah.